I took it.
Okay, so 7 o'clock. Oh, we're not.
Is it warm in here? Is it just me? You're right.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to museum board meeting tonight. It's 7 o'clock. Can I get, is there any disclosure pecuniary interest? No? Okay, so first we'll start with motion to accept the minutes of March 1st, 2023 board meeting. Dave? And second? Laura.
Can Nora accept them if she wasn't here at the last meeting?
I'm not sure.
I read them.
Not
Does
the
that-
second day.
I think you have to be here.
Oh,
You have to be at the
sorry.
meeting,
Okay.
yeah.
So.
One of us. Whichever one you prefer. Steve.
Okay, so. Motion number 2023-08, moved by Dave Yem, seconded by Gladys Bateman, that the minutes of the March 1st, 2023 board meeting are approved as circulated. All in favor? Carried. Actually, I'm not sure.
Some actual minutes, please.
Oh,
That's the part we missed the last time.
right. Oh, sorry. Do that. Okay, discussion items. 2023 museum manager position update.
So we did do interviews on Monday, and we've moved that to the closed session so that we can discuss the results of that. So that will be discussed further.
Okay. 2023 student staff positions.
It kind of falls into the same thing that we're going
Same
to
thing.
discuss in the closed session to see how to rework the positions.
Okay, then our third item in discussion is collaboration with Powassan District Union Public Library.
That's you.
That's me. Okay. We've been discussing this at the last couple of meetings, and I think we brought it up at this meeting, the last meeting,
We did.
about collaborating with them for, in the future, for stuff like the Maple Syrup Festival and some summer items as well. And items throughout the year, actually, where we could possibly put on displays at the library of some of our artifacts.
Yeah, I think that's a great
I think
idea.
that's a good idea.
I think it's a good marketing ploy. You know, along with our, keep some of our pamphlets there too, that people can help themselves to. I think it's a great idea.
And I think we could probably, in that collaborative effort, keep some of their pamphlets
Yes,
at the museum.
I think we do. We usually carry them. Yes, yeah.
Okay. And we did put in $50 for the story walk. The council put in $50 for the story walk for
Good.
this year. But I'm sure that there will be other items coming up
Mhm.
and events coming up that we could probably work with. The Russell Road anniversary is coming up,
Mhm.
and I think we should be involved in that.
Great.
And they are trying to get an effort from libraries and the museums along that pathway,
Yeah.
because we all have similar histories,
Mhm.
you know? So it would be nice to have Mary here to discuss that.
Yes.
She
yeah,
knows
She
that
knows all about
history
that.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the way down,
Yeah, she does.
but anyway, so that's for future reference, and so I can go ahead at, next week, we have a library meeting, I can go ahead at that meeting and say that if it's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
Definitely a good idea.
and we will
Yeah.
stay in touch back and forth.
Another thing with the library, I don't know, you may want to discuss it, or we could talk about it here, but you see a lot of small communities are setting up those little library boxes outside on the side of the road or whatever. And I know the Poissum Library, they do get rid of books
We
periodically.
have two of them in Boas.
Yeah, so how about putting one at the museum or somewhere in the village? I think that would be a
I
really
think
good
that'd be a
idea.
good idea.
Yeah,
Who was it, DeGagne? Was it DeGagne Construction? He built one for Boas.
yeah, if we could find somebody that would donate
Did a
their
really
time.
good job.
Yeah.
There's one in Trout Creek too.
Yes,
Yeah, he
so,
did both of those.
yeah, I think that's something we should look at.
Okay, I can bring that forward. So, you take that, right?
But I can share. I'll give you the-
Okay. So I will.
What do they call them? Little libraries or?
Remote
Something
libraries.
like
or-
It's something catchy, but I can't.
Yeah, I know,
remember
I
what it
can't
is.
either. It's,
I can see them. I
I'm
just
gonna
can't
put
read.
There's one in Calendar there on.
Yeah.
they're becoming a pretty neat thing.
Mhm.
Well, let's take one, give one. isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Well, it's not only that, well, for that purpose, yes, it's take one, give one, but even if you don't have one to give, take one and, bring it back when you're done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But what they're finding out there is that the tourists, they'll grab a book to read on the beach or, in the summertime.
Yeah.
And then they'll bring it back and grab another one, like,
Yeah,
and they're swapping all the time. And quite often you get back and it's not the same books you put in it, but
Yeah.
they're just good.
Yeah.
It's a book.
Doesn't matter, as long as
You
you
can't
know
go
it.
wrong. It's a
yeah.
book,
Well,
right?
there was even a time when all my books would go on the bookshelf, but now I donate them because it's just too many. What do you do with them,
Yeah, I know.
So,
I donated so many books.
yeah, yes, exactly. Well, look at the church in Powassan, and that's probably
Yeah,
a product of those donated books.
When we donate books, we donate all of our soft covers to that. to
Yeah,
Powassan. And our hard covers, we're gonna start
Yeah.
donating them to the library
Mhm.
because my bookshelf alone hold 550 books.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
can donate them to the
And it's
library.
full all
Downstairs
the
in the
time.
library.
Yeah.
We have a group that we just switch and pass
Yeah.
them from one to the other. And then finally, they get, when everybody's read them, then they end up usually at the
Yeah.
church or library.
The
whichever.
Legion in Rescue also has, they have a bookshelf that bring one in and take one.
Mhm.
So, anyway, so remote library. Now, just the one?
I think
Possibly,
it's seasonal one for the museum.
Yes, I think seasonal,
It's central.
Yeah, yeah. Because the school has their own library, so,
Yes.
so at the museum then.
yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't want, I don't think it would be well used in the
It wouldn't be
winter, and we'd have to
accessible.
plow out the
Yeah.
driveway.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't do that, so I'm
We just
thinking,
empty it out. in the winter.
yeah, I think just a summer. And then if we got the call for the need with locals that were using it,
We find a way to make it.
that's right, yeah.
Put one at the township office.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause you're always-
Or
yeah.
here at the community center.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
But the office, we're always there for Monday.
that's right,
Friday, so
yeah,
Here's kind of a good idea though, too, because then it's kind of in two separate locations, two ends of the,
yeah.
not ends. but-
Yeah, you could have two of them. There's nothing, we're pretty big municipalities spread out, so,
Then we want to look at command and community center as well.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay, museum and. Right. Okay. Is that all we have on collaboration? Anybody have anything else to throw in?
Yeah, and something.
Absolutely.
So we have applied for an intern to work for the municipality, and we're hoping that when we have them for the full year, that they will help with the museum and becomes a member of staff who will be our constant staff member at the museum. So they can work in the off season for these types of programs.
Yeah.
So we're working towards that.
Yeah,
See?
Okay. All right, then, item number 4.
Is it? No, we're at artifacts and inventory priorities.
Oh, right, sorry.
We'll do that one first. We can do that one in open. That's not that difficult.
So Chris has been looking at how we have been inventorying. Doing the inventory, and it appears 6 different methods.
Recently or over
Oh,
the
over
years?
the years.
This is what I found. These are samples of the 6 different ways of cataloging that have been started that we have within our system. So we don't have a complete catalog. We do have some that are rather comprehensive. Number 4 has an awful lot of information, and it's actually an access database. And it was linked to photographs of each of the artifacts.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
Except it got corrupted.
Oh, because I think having the pictures to go with it is a really good idea.
Absolutely.
I think, yeah.
And we had talked previously about getting a camera for the museum, but we have the old iPhones that we used for council. So, and our computers at work are all linked up with them already. So we have one charged up and ready to be used by the museum. And we have more than one,
Mhm.
you know, so if we have the students or anybody going around, we
Yeah.
can do it. And I will do video or pictures and really good quality. So
Mhm.
we can get this up and running again. But
This is the most important thing, to figure out how it's gonna be done.
I think just having what I could gather from everything,
Sorry, that was done.
just what I could gather from all of these different ways. That's why I gave samples, because the information that we have, when I printed it all out, because I did print everything out just in case anything else got corrupted. This is all the information that we have for catalog. But it's all over the map. It's all different. Some have just different information. Some only has pictures, some has words, some has, we have a great one for downstairs here, what's here and what shelf. So, and Jillian did this one.
Mhm.
And it shows in the church building where she started and what numbers. This is a really good one as well. So we have the data, we just need to get it all put together.
Right. Another idea, if whoever we hire, if they're having trouble putting it all together, I know I've spoken with the Calendar Museum in the past in North Bay, and I'm sure that they would show us how they're doing theirs. You know, it might be something that maybe the new person that we hire, maybe one of the board members, goes, like somebody like Mary, would go with and take a look at how they're doing theirs.
Part of the criteria for the manager's post
Yeah,
has to be done.
That's just it. I
The
think
same
what
way
we,
as it already is.
This is how we do it.
That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is. This is how you do it.
But if we're-
what I gathered from everything was each person that started the position started it their way.
yes, yeah,
And
Yes, that's,
not that any
that's
of them
true.
are wrong,
yeah,
just we need one consistent way of doing it so we
Yeah.
can continue with the work
And if
that's
it's
being done.
part of the actual work schedule or something, so that it's there, right there in black and white.
yeah.
And
And
then
we,
they
this is the
can
way
keep
it's being
track
done.
of what they've gotten done to
Yeah.
what we can actually.
and Ernie Schellenberg's old one is still there in one of the file cabinets too. But I think checking in with some of the local museums would work, and having our new person and a board member go in there and let them see how they're doing it, see what we have, what information we have, and how they could make it work with how the other museums are doing it. I think that, and then we've got our plan, we can make our plan from that.
well, then it's consistent.
That's right.
Well, it
Yes.
has to be consistent.
Yeah, and we all
From
need,
from,
yeah,
from
and we-
museum to museum.
yeah, and we all need to be involved in that, because we're still here, but the manager isn't always, okay? So we're left in limbo. We don't know what they're doing, so we need to know, we need to have our hands on that.
And having a written procedure at the
Yes.
municipal office allows us to help with that.
And we know where to go look if we're looking for.
That's right,
something,
yeah,
or if there's
yeah.
something that-
Because we need to support that
Yeah.
consistency.
Well, nothing was shared with us in the past, just that it was getting done, and you can imagine my shock when I realized there were no pictures. It was shocking.
Well, and it's unfortunate that we have that huge one, but the picture file is
Yeah,
corrupted. Well, we had a problem with the laptop, and when the file moved, it
Yes,
corrupted the
Yeah,
file for the photos, so maybe somebody can fix it, we don't have that level. But I was doing some research too, a calendar's strategic plan is awesome for the
Oh.
museum.
okay,
So this might be something that we would like to look at, because I had requested that we move on the strategic plan for here for the rec committee for the
Okay.
township. But this one's really, really good.
okay.
So they have a lot of good stuff in here.
So
Could you share that with us maybe for the next
I will.
meeting? Okay,
Because I couldn't find, if I could just have a minute to ask.
yes.
I couldn't find in the museum minute book or the box or any of the files, do we have a mission statement?
Years ago, there was one, I
I
think.
think there was one, and yeah, but it's old, it would have been old. I think Charles at one point gave me a copy of it. I could look in my files and see if I have it.
I couldn't find it anywhere
Okay.
in our bylaw listings or anywhere.
Okay,
So I've been looking
okay,
because we need that. And according to this document that I got from the, for the standards of
I
community
saw
museums
that,
that I
yeah.
circulated, there's a few things that we require
Yep,
that I
yeah.
don't think we have. So
no,
You're an excellent group to work on those things.
well, the part of the major problem is their short season rate and rotating staff all the time. So,
We're working on ways to fix that.
yeah,
So
I know we are.
So we need a mission statement, we need we have to work on a strategic plan, so.
So I think for the next meeting, then, if we're okay with moving forward, looking at calendars, strategic plan is kind of a framework for us.
Yeah,
Then I can come up with a table format, and maybe if everybody wanted to take on one of those duties, it
Yeah.
might make it easier, because it's a large job.
Because you take a strategic plan like that, like you say, you got the framework already built. We can tweak it to customize it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, they have 4 strategic goals in theirs. And if we come up with 4 strategic goals for the museum, that's a starting point, because you always update it.
And that's plenty, because if you get too busy with too many goals, then nothing gets done.
that's right.
So we're trying to simplify so that we can find out where we're
Yeah.
at.
We took the strategic plan for the museum board, or sorry, for the library board. And we reduced it from about 30 pages to about 4.
Mhm. Yeah,
Now it's achievable,
mhm.
because there's no point in having a strategic plan if you can't,
If it's not a thing.
if in the foreseeable future, you can't see the end,
Mhm.
you know. Because it just becomes the dark tunnel, there's no light at the end of it, so.
That was what I found with this one, the calendar that I was reading. It just made a lot of sense.
Yes,
So there's 2 things that we will need.
So, let's just take a strategic plan, and we need to cataloging system, is that what we're gonna call that?
We need a procedure for cataloging. The items that they included in this document, the standards for community museums, seem to be the simplest for us to follow.
mhm.
And most of what was started in the different forms of cataloging have them. They may be called different items, the numbering, et cetera.
Yeah.
But that would be easy enough for us to bring into one. So, okay, so we will, I'll divvy that up into table format, and I'll circulate before the next meeting, so we can look at that. The good news was that we found all the information we did. I also found the script. For the church tour.
Yeah, yeah.
I found those.
Is that the most updated one?
I don't know.
Is there a date on it? I think because I probably have it on my phone.
It's somewhere in my papers here too. Yeah, the papers gone.
But
Because we did update it. I'm trying to think of when we updated it. Was it when we had one of the,
I don't remember the thing I did.
Brenda updated it? Brenda updated the tour. Yeah, I'm sure I have it on my phone.
I don't think I was on the board with her or something.
Mm.
Could have been.
Yeah, I think you were. I think you were.
There's no date on the documents themselves,
Okay.
so I don't know what date.
If you can send me a copy, I will look on my, in my emails and see, because I know I transferred into my personal email, and I'll see if it's the same.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But the tour is in that museum. It's in writing, and the students are trained on it every year, so that's another way we can find it and compare it.
Yeah, that would be a good
Yeah.
idea. And then we can put it into the procedures.
Yeah.
so when we go to closed session, should I have the statute for that?
I have it written. So if I could just explain, we're gonna go into closed session to discuss the museum manager interviewees and what took place, so we can discuss
Yeah.
the selection
Potential
process.
individual.
Yes, we'll be naming the name
Yeah.
of the individual. So when we go into closed session, we will not be recording, it will go offline. And anything that is said in this room during the meeting stays within these walls and it cannot be shared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I will go ahead then with it. Motion number 2023-09, that we move to, oh, I need a mover, sorry. Mover and a seconder to go to closed session.
You can write it right away.
Yeah. Oh, oh, I can, okay. Go partway through it.
No, that's good. Nor is a member of the board now.
Okay. That we move to closed session under section 239, subsection B, personal matters about an identified individual, including municipal or local board employees at 7:22
Yes.
p.m. Reason for closed session is to discuss the museum manager position and candidates.